Chalkboard Table Runner is great for all seasons and all reasons. Plus, it's fast to create. Your guests will enjoy labeling their dishes to pass or writing quick messages on the runner with chalk. Here's a close-up of the Chalkboard Table Runner. It's a really nice size, and it's about 50 inches long, maybe by 19 inches wide. And I'm going to be working in half scale, so it all fits on the table and you can see all the components. What you're going to need in the beginning is a ½ yard of the chalk cloth and 1.5 yards of any novelty print. From the chalk cloth, you are going to be cutting a 16-inch by the length of the fabric, which is 47, so 16 by 47. And from a length of our novelty fabric, you're going to be cutting a 19 by 50-inch length for the backing. You'll cut 3 2-inch strips, and they'll be subcutted into 2 by 47 and 2 by 19, which will be the short end, and the long end again is 2 by 47. Next, I'll show you how to cure the chalk cloth. To cure the chalk cloth, you have 2 options. What we need to do is color it with chalk. So I'm just going to color half of it with chalk, and the other option is to use a quilt pounce. It goes really quick. So after you have your chalk cloth colored, you need to wipe it clean. So I just have a sponge and I'm going to wash it off and wipe it clean. Then the second step is to repeat coloring with chalk or the quilt pounce. Chalk cloth fabric is just like traditional chalkboard. Write on it, then wipe it off and use it again. The next step is to prep our short border strip, just one of them, and our backing. What we're doing is press under 1/4 inch on both the border and the backing, and then we're going to use a tacky adhesive applique film, and it's called Infuse, and it has 2 paper backings. I simply cut narrow strips, remove one of the paper backings, and since it's tacky, it will adhere to my 1/4 inch seam allowance that I have pressed on. Later on, we'll remove it and fuse it together. The next step is attaching the borders. To attach the borders, I like to use Wonder Clips. Chalk cloth, if you use pins, the pins will bend. Also, the pins could leave a hole in the chalk cloth. So after they're clipped, you're going to sew with a size 90 needle and matching thread. After you've sewn using 1/4 inch, we're going to use the little wooden iron to press our seam away from the chalk cloth, just because the chalk cloth, if you hit it with an iron, it will scorch the chalk cloth. Add borders on the 2 long edges and the 2 short ends. Remember, we have 1 short end pressed under 1/4 inch. Next, we'll attach the backing. After the borders have been attached to the chalk cloth, of course we attach the long and then the short edges. We're going to unfold the top edge where we have the fusible and also our backing. So this side shows that that has been unfolded and aligned with a Wonder Clip. We still leave the paper backing until we have sewn all 3 sides of our table runner. Press the seams flat and then open. Also, we're going to trim the 2 lower corners. Next, I'm ready to show you how to turn the table runner right side out. The easiest way to turn the chalkboard table runner right side out is start from the bottom where everything is sewn together, and we're going to just roll the table runner to the opening. And we're going to then unroll it at this moment, at this point. And what happens, it prevents the chalk cloth from getting distorted with turning. So now we're simply going to unroll it, and my next sample shows that I have it totally turned. And I'm going to use my bamboo point creaser and just bring out the corners to give you a nice crisp corner. Next, I'll give you some finishing tips. Here are the final finishing steps for the chalkboard table runner. Remember earlier I used a little wooden iron to press my borders away from the chalk cloth. We want to do that to prevent any scorching from an iron, so be very careful. We're going to press the outer edges all the way around all three sides of our table runner. At the opening, we're going to turn under that folded edge, and we're also going to remove the paper backing from the infuse. And we're going to remove it from the whole length, and we're going to align the folded turned under edges, and we're going to give it a final press with the mini iron. To complete the table runner, edge stitch around all four sides. Start right now and pick your favorite novelty fabrics. Make this easy chalkboard table runner for all seasons and all reasons. Have fun at your next gathering with the chalkboard table runner.